Hey everyone out there, astronomers, aspiring astronomers, or anyone that likes to think about the universe, the makings of the universe. And I made a video the other day to explain why we're not alone in this universe, why this wonderful planet we live on is abundant throughout the entire universe. So as a mainstream media wants to tell, the scientists want to tell us that two rocks smashed together and somehow sparked this amazing planet. Well, we got to know that's not even close. The water alone on this planet proves something else is going on. What I say is we're born a gas giant, a huge ball of hydrogen. And this gas giant is what creates this amazing planet, this marvel we call Earth, and thousands and millions of planets just like us. Because if you think about the making of life, there's only 3 atoms needed. 3 atoms we need in this entire universe to create this life. Hydrogen, oxygen, carbon. We're carbon-based life forms. So if you think about the gas giant, you can think of it like an egg. This egg is rolling around the sun as a gas giant. Now, what is an egg? Everything from life comes from an egg. Everything, people, animals, fish, you name it. Plants. A plant is an egg. We call the seed a seed, but a seed is nothing more than an egg. A hard shell surrounding the life form inside. And that shell is allowed to absorb nutrients and water and that, so that the plant inside, or the life inside, can grow and expand. And that's what's happening here. This big gas giant that we have pulls in meteors because of the gravitational forces. And these meteors hit that planet and they get exploded, much like a rock crusher in a rock quarry. When they make concrete, they crush rocks, they take sand, and they mix the two together, and then they take a bag or whatever, how much concrete, which is just glue, water-based glue, and put the items together and mix it. You're not going to get concrete without adding water. So you can smash rocks all day in the universe. There's not enough water to make anything do with any good. So this material smashes into that planet, that gas planet, and it's crushed in a million pieces. But because it's a gas planet, all those pieces are allowed to easily slide through the atmosphere and coalesce into the center, into the core. And that pressure and heat and force makes that stuff so hot and so compressed it becomes molten. That's where the molten core comes from. This gas giant is spinning. This molten core turns magnetic, creates a magnetic field we need on this planet to survive. And as the planet grows, piece by piece, layer by layer, because all these crumbles are being smashed in and packed together tightly, we can maintain that molten core with that pressure we put on it. And as the planet gets bigger and bigger, it does exactly like a bird in an egg. It has to break out of the shell. So that shell, that great big gas shell of hydrogen, is flowing around. And the volcanic eruptions that become normal on our planet, which we have to this day, spews millions and millions of tons of CO2 into that atmosphere. The pressure from that atmosphere is so great, it strips that carbon atom right off the oxygen atom. So millions of tons of carbon fall to the earth, millions and millions of tons. We're all carbon-based. There's the carbon we need for life. When that oxygen atom is stripped clean, it contacts that hydrogen atom and it bursts instantly into water vapor. And as the water vapor gets heavier and heavier, thicker and thicker, eventually it starts raining. And that rain, it rain is all around the planet. This whole cloud is around the entire planet. So we're pouring water everywhere on the planet, which we have water to this day everywhere on this planet. And as them clouds are producing friction, we have lightning popping everywhere, creating the ozone layer we need to protect this planet. So now we have all this water pouring down, all this ozone being created, our magnetic shield in place, and that thick shell of our egg starts to slowly dissolve and dissolve away and becomes the planet we live on with the 14 psi or so there pressure at sea level we need to make life happen. So when you think about this same exact evolution has been going on for billions of years. Billions of years. And I wouldn't be surprised if this gas giant wasn't even near Earth's orbit at the time, but was dragged into Earth's orbit because it needs to be in the Goldilocks zone in order to fulfill and have life. So when you look at this for billions of years, the same exact motion that was set in place on this planet has been happening across the whole universe. And that really makes you think, to design a universe so vast, with so many stars, and know each star was going to have to burn for millions of years. And those millions of years, we need life in this giant universe. So this whole thing was set in motion billions of years ago. How it always has to happen. The sun has to burn for millions of years or so to have life sustained. Knowing it's going to be radiation to create that sun, you have to protect the planet. The planet has to be protected so that radiation doesn't destroy the planet. So all this stuff had to be set in motion from the original time zone. This didn't just happen. It's not just happened. So when you think it had to be created, it almost certainly says there has to be an ultimate being creating what we have. But what we have is an incredible planet. And it's an amazing system. And it's an amazing part of evolution. And if this planet is born from an egg, the gas giant, all life is born from an egg, has to start from the egg, because the egg compressing, making life a plant, has to break out of that seed to grow. People have to break out of that seed to grow. Animals, if you crack an egg open with a bird in it, it will die. It has to break its way out to survive. That just shows that life is taught from the instant it's conceived. We are taught to work and grow and expand and earn the life we live. So that's pretty neat thought of evolution in my mind. Hey, let me know what you think. This is Dave. I was just trying to say why I believe all this is happening and why there's so many millions and billions of other planets just like Earth and solar system just like Earth. They're probably hard to find with a telescope because we don't put out a heat signature like a bigger gas giant or a rock planet. So they're probably a lot harder to find. But when they figure out how to look for Earths, they're going to find a bunch out there. So thanks for listening. This is Dave signing off.